Flosstube, welcome back to my channel for Flosstube number 46. As you can tell from the title, this is my usual Flosstube stitching update along with a WIP parade. We'll kind of go through all my WIPs even if I haven't worked on them this week, but if I have, I'll let you know as we go through them. We had a lovely Christmas, thank you to those who asked. Quiet as usual, the kids were happy, off they went upstairs, didn't really see them all afternoon, and I got some stitching done. Yeah, it was quiet, you know. Family gave us a ring as usual, no one popped round because we've still been staying away from everyone and staying in the house. The only other thing that changed was the hair colour. When me and Ellie went and did our Christmas food shop, she has been on to me for ages about dyeing her hair. So all the way round Asda, it's Mum, can I dye my hair? Mum, can I dye my hair? So I said okay, and I caved. Anyway, she brought the dye home, and I think we did it that afternoon, didn't we? But she said to me, I don't want it all dyed. She only wanted, I mean, her hair is, pull it to the front. Her hair is about down here, but she only wanted sort of that dyeing. She wanted, I think it's called a dip dye. She only wanted that portion all the way around dyeing. So I did hers, and when I'd finished, there was still like over half a bottle full. So I said, well, I'm not going to waste that. And I just whacked it on my hair. And do you know what? I'm actually really impressed. Even Ellie said she likes the colour of my hair now. It's really, really nice, and it's never felt so soft and healthy. But I like it anyway. And this colour is what Ellie's got down here. On top, she's like a very mousy brown / blonde. She's like me. She gets natural highlights in her hair. So generally, we don't have to dye her hair. It looks like we've got it highlighted anyway. But anyway, you're here for the stitching, which I got quite a bit done this week, actually, to be fair. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to pull them as I've stitched them this week. I'm going to pull them in order of when I started, because all of my WIPs are from this year, as I didn't start my Flosstube till January. And that's when I first got my very first pattern sorted and started. So we'll just work down as in, I suppose, age order really, isn't it? It's how old they are. So the first one I started this year was Supersized Once Upon a Fairy Tale by Amy Stewart. I did not go for the max colour. I wasn't brave enough. But I've seen someone's work who did go max colour, and oh my gosh, you can tell the difference between theirs and mine. It's amazing. So I sort of wish I had, but hey ho, we'll carry on. So that I started on January 14th of this year. Now, it covered 2 prompts this week. The first one was stitch on a piece that features fire. So it covered that because there's a dragon right here and he's breathing fire. And the second prompt, sorry, I have to look at my paper. Stitch on a piece that you love so much that it brings you back to life when you're feeling down. I absolutely love stitching on this one. So many colours, so bright. I love it. Anyway, this year I have stitched, since the 14th of January, 63,062 stitches. That is the full thing. Let's come in a little bit closer and we'll move across. I never get bored of looking at it as a whole when I take it off the frame. I still love it. Still going. So this week on that, which adds to that total, no, not adds, 926 stitches on that this week, and most of that was the pink that you can see in there. Yeah, all that light pink you can see. So it comes across here, down into here and up there. and a bit more of the purple added up here. That's on 25 count easy grid even weave, and it's stitched 1 over 1 full cross. Oh, my pin, I've got to put that back on my frame now, it's a pain in the bum. Okay, that's that one. My second project I started this year was, I put them all in order, this one, which is my Linen and Threads Friends and Family Mystery Sampler. Now this is the only one I don't, no it's not the only one, but I don't know how many stitches I put in on this because it wasn't pattern keeper compatible. So unless I go through all my sheets and count every single time I stitched on it, I won't know. But I've still got to finish November, which I think there's a bit here and something up here, and then I've got December's to do down here. But overall, so impressed. And that is stitched on 20 count 2 over 1 full cross, and it's stitched with DMC Garnet number 115, which is the variegated thread, and I still love that colour. So that's that one. If I pass them to you, do you think you could put them away, please? Thank you. Okay, that was started on the 29th of February this year, by the way. I think somebody else, Paula, I think Paula told me about that one. I wasn't actually aware of it. Anyway, the next one I started this year was Felicia. I started her on the 14th of May. That's what I'm after. And this is her, another Heaven and Earth design. This one's by Hannah Disney, or Hannah Lynn as most people know her. She's so colourful. This year on her I have put in 6,021 stitches. And I did actually start working on her blue hair. Yes, I did. I put 342 stitches in this week. Yeah, that's right. There's like a purpley brown colour underneath this brown, and it was all of that this week anyway. This one is stitched, I think this is 25 count as well, I'm not sure. I've got it written down somewhere, but it's 1 over 1 full cross. She is currently at 6.28% complete. There's your next one. Now this one. This is the Elegant Geisha that I bought off Amazon. Again, I don't have on Pattern Keeper, so I can't tell you how many I've done. Why the glare? There you go. The Elegant Geisha. Now, I have worked on her at some point over the year, but this is her as she is, and this is stitched on 18 count ivory Ada. Everything that came with it, basically, all the DMC threads and stuff. Now, the dilemma with this one is what to do with her. Purely because I like her, but I'm just not feeling her as in stitching. You know what I mean. You've all probably had that project where you look at it and go, I really don't want to do it. That's it for me, so I'm not sure what this year's going to hold for her. Anyway, the next one, I have put more in order over here. Oh, that goes in my Linen and Threads one. Just found some thread. The next one, which I started on the 2nd of July this year, and I think a lot of people did, is Long Dog Samplers Pandemic, which was free at the time. It isn't now. It's a paid for pattern now, but it's amazing. Tie-dye on. yawning her head off. Oh yeah, I've left the thread at the back, haven't I? Oh, oh. I'm terrible. I just drop, because they're in like these bags, I just drop the thread in that I'm using, especially if there's only one. It's all black and it gets stuck, and do you know what? I come to find it later and I go, right, who's had my thread? And I find it either stuck to the back of my clothes or on the floor. Anyway, this is it so far. Oh, what did I... This is 20...
That's not the right way.
22 count. Shh. See? She comes in handy sometimes. It's that way, woman. This is on 22 count 1/1 full cross, and it does have a bit of back stitch in it as well. This week, 286 stitches have gone into this, which was, I believe, no, last week it was this, wasn't it? Yeah, this week I've been finishing this off, whatever that is. Anyway, so 286 stitches on that. I am currently at 12,006 stitches this year on this. And it is 15.54% complete. So I plan to work on that one a lot next year. Anyway, the next one that I started was this one. This one was for Riley, my son. He loves Avengers, absolutely loves Avengers. There's one specific scene in one of the Avengers that he really, really likes, and we have to put it on just for that scene or find it on YouTube. It's even though he loves the film, he will go back and watch that one scene over and over again because it's funny. Anyway, this is Tilton Crafts. I started this. I didn't even write down the date. I'm smart. I know. No, it's not on there, is it? I'm not even going to look now. But I think it was August. I believe. I could be wrong. But anyway, whoa. Did I use this? Yeah, I used it as penalty stitches because it asked, the prompt was to stitch on a piece with a lock or key. I don't have either, so I opted for penalty stitches on this one. And this is it so far. I got sick of the black at the side, so I jumped into the middle. And because I've gridded it all, I shouldn't have made a mistake. Touch wood. But this week, this has had 487 stitches, which is most of this. There's a darker red. That's the lighter red, and it's the darker red that I put around it that counts up for that. And this is 5.95% complete, and I've done 7,619 stitches on that this year. And I'm still enjoying it. Okay, so that, I thought you were putting them away. No, she's decided to stitch instead. The next one. For some reason, when I filled in my little, I have a project planner, and you fill it in, the date, oh my goodness, the date you started it, and the year obviously, and what you stitched it on and everything like that. But for some reason I never put the date in, which is, I don't know, silly really. I can go back and find out, just going through my project thingies. This Snapdragon Stitches butterfly sow. That's probably about as far as I've got, to be honest. And there's somewhere like down here or here. I need to catch up. Seriously, need to catch up. Again, because it's not on Pattern Keeper, I don't have how many stitches I've put in, but that's where I am. And it all looks good. There's a thread. There we go. It does look good. This is on 28 count 2 over 2 full cross and back stitch. Yep. So that one, I have no information for it whatsoever. The next one. The next one I started is another Heaven and Earth design. The Maori Princess. This is a freebie. I think it still is at the moment. If you go onto Heaven and Earth Designs main page, on the right somewhere it's got the freebie charts, and this I think is still one of them. Again by Hannah Disney. Now this one, it was started the 2nd of October. But I believe that's when I took over from you, wasn't it? 2nd of October.
Probably.
Yeah, most likely. Oh, I've got a lot to deal with already. Now this one, nope, it's that way. I believe this is 27 count. Thereabouts. Anyway, it's stitched 1 over 1 full cross. Ellie started up here, she moved down and did the red. Did I do that red? She's peddling your pyjamas. She's biting and peddling Luna's pyjamas that she had for Gran for Christmas. It's all good. But yeah, I believe it's 27 count. And I took over on the 2nd of October. But all in all, with Ellie's stitches as well, I believe it's 2,182 stitches, 1% complete, 1%. Nothing really. Anyway, moving right along. I don't know why I'm looking down there. The next one I started was in September. I've put them two in completely the wrong order. Never mind. Why am I getting the threads out? No idea. But I'm throwing things around. I don't want the threads. Again, it's another Heaven and Earth design. I have an obsession, I think, with Heaven and Earth. They are beautiful stitches, though. It's this one, the Quick Stitch Pale Rose. She's only tiny. And that's by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Now this one is stitched on 22 count, 2 over 1/10 stitch, so I'm not completely completing the X, that's what I mean to say. And I've gridded the whole thing, so that's as small as it's going to be, which means I have like all that spare fabric, more to stitch. Anyway, I think I've showed it you the wrong way. I think it goes that way. Yeah, it does. Anyway, she is 11.96% complete. I've done this year, 2,106. I might have got them two mixed up. I think I said that for the other one. They've both had over 2,000 anyway. And this one is 10th stitch. For tin it that way you can see it better, the light. You can still see a little bit of where I undid Riley's Avengers. I started his on here and I didn't like it. The coverage 1 over 1 just wasn't for me. So I started it again on the 18 count. Yep. September 17th, yeah, she was started. Why did I pull everything out? I don't know. You can leave them if you like it, I'll do them. Oops. The next one I started. This one was started the 21st of November. And yes, it's another Heaven and Earth design, but this one isn't mine. This is Minnie the Amazing Animal Kingdom. And it's lovely. This is one my best friend chose for me to stitch for her. I told her I would stitch one for her and I meant it. So she chose this one. And considering I only started it on the 21st of November, I have done 7.38%. It is only a mini though, to be fair. And I've done 5,946 stitches. And it's coming along lovely. Let me fold that. You can tell this is a gorilla now that I've pointed it out. Kelly didn't until I pointed it out. She went, "No, you pointed it out, I can see it." There is, excuse me, I've been suffering so bad with acid indigestion. Anyway, this is an elephant here. And she's coming along as well. This is 25 count cream haed, I think. 1/1 full cross. Put my pin back in before I lose it. Keep losing my pins. That's that one. Behave. I forgot to say, the Animal Kingdom this week got 256 stitches because I didn't use it. Oh. Okay then. I didn't use it for a prompt, but I stitched on it. The last one I started this year, and the last of my projects is, sit still, not a Heaven and Earth design, surprisingly. It's, stand up. This one from Tilton Crafts, the Munsters, and I chose this one purely because when I was, I say about Ellie's age, 12 maybe, I used to watch this on telly at home. My parents used to watch it as well. So it just kind of brought back a few memories. So I decided I wanted to stitch it. This is stitched on 25 count haed, I think. It might have been even weave actually. But I bought this off AliExpress and it's like cardboard. It's really stiff and horrible. So if I ever buy from there again, I think I shall wash it first. But anyway, this is stitched 1/1 full cross. It is 1.17% complete, but I only started this on my birthday, so it's like a birthday start, the 30th of November this year. So considering I only started it like a month ago, I've done 1,408 stitches on that. And I still look forward to getting this one out. See, that's what I'm on about with that, the geisha. She's chewing your project bags now, Elle. Naughty Luna, she's in a playful. What was I saying? Yeah, she's really pulling everything out. I enjoy stitching these. I actually want to get them out. With the geisha, I don't. So I've got to decide what to do with that one. That brings me to the end of that. Now, I have a couple of finishes for this year. Only a couple, not many really. The first one, where's that just gone? My first finish was this one. I haven't FFO'd it yet. This was the Stitch On Me 2020 Halloween sale. I only finished it a couple of weeks ago, I think. It was one of them projects where I didn't want to get it out, but as soon as I did and I started, I didn't want to put it away. So thoroughly enjoyed that one. That was also 28 count 2/2, no back stitch, just full crosses. Cat hair, thanks Luna. Now, the second one I finished, I actually don't have here. I gave it to them, and then on the way home I said to Ellie, I never took a picture of it. I never even did anything. So I had to message my brother and say, look, I know I've literally just left it with you, but can you take a picture of it? So he did. Now this one combines two of my passions, which A is cross stitch and B is crochet. And this is what I did with it. I crocheted a cushion with a window. So this was actually sewn into a hole. No, sewn into a hole. I even altered the date as well, not because the date was wrong, because it was too squished together. I didn't like it, so I altered it. And then I crocheted the cushion, sewed it in, and I did an overlap on the back with 3 buttons. They were well over the moon with it. She said it'll be something to be treasured for many years to come. So that was my 2 finishes for this year. Hi. Luna. Anyway, Ellie hasn't done much stitching this week. I think with the hype of Christmas and everything, I don't think she really felt like it. Don't count them. You haven't done too many. You still, what are you working on now?
The black still at the top.
You really need to sew these in. Terrible. She hasn't done much anyway. She's just been sitting there working on it now. I hate that squeak. She's just been putting in the black along here. I think that's the worst part, isn't it? When you've just got one simple border, just a run of stitches.
I've done it from that last triangle.
From here?
Yep. From
yeah. She did start this she did this last week, but she never went back to it. She decided instead she was going to whip across with the black. But that's pandemic also. She doesn't get it out too much. She doesn't get a stitching out very often anymore. But Christmas. There you go. Finishes. That brings me on to plans for next year. I know what I did forget to mention. Both prompts. The second, no, it fitted 3 prompts. I'm terrible, I tell you, my brain. The Once Upon a Fairy Tale, it fitted 3 prompts, not 2. I told you the 2. The third one was stitch on anything you think relates to your family for 200 stitches. Now, we are a family of, not everyone, but you know, a few of us. Book reading, I like book reading books, whatever. So does Ellie, I know she does. Riley will too. So I tied it in that way. We are a bunch of book lovers, and that Once Upon a Fairy Tale is all about fairy tales in books. So I need to start literally writing myself a long list of things I need to say and remember, because once I press that go button on the camera, it's gone. Completely gone. But that's that. That brings us now to plans for next year. For a start, I have a plan for a new start. I've been eyeing this one up now for 3, maybe 4 weeks. And yesterday I decided that's it, I'm going to buy it. Now, it doesn't say on here, but let me just check. No, it doesn't. Anyway, it's off Etsy, and I think the store name is Xana's Cross Stitch. And it is This World of Disney 4. I fell in love with this a few weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago, and I was just, oh my gosh. Because this is pretty much the same size as my Once Upon a Fairy Tale. I do say go big or go home, so, but it is amazing. I mean, you've got The Lion King. I'm looking at it backwards. 101 Dalmatians. You've got Lady and the Tramp, The Jungle Book, Beauty and the Beast. I never remember the name of that film. I'm awful. You've got Mickey, Minnie, Daisy, Donald. Then over here you've got Princess Aurora and The Little Mermaid, Ariel. Yep, Snow White. The other characters from Mickey. And the other characters from Mickey, then you've got Cinderella. Up here you've got Peter Pan, Winnie the Pooh, Dumbo. And you literally stitch all this green border as well. all the way around. It's a mix. I've seen other people's progress on it. When I went on to her Etsy store, it's like people who've left a review and someone's actually put up a picture. They've done this section right here. Some have gone a bit further down and it looks amazing. So that is a planned new start. But this one's got 192 DMC colours. So I've just got to save up now for those. And as soon as I do, and the fabric, the light's gone absolutely awful in here now. As soon as I do, it will be started. I've just zipped that up instead of opening it. I've already put it in a project bag ready, look. I've even put it into Pattern Keeper ready to be fair. Anyway, that brings me, like I said, to my plans for 2021. And 2021 involves starting that one. Then, my plans for each of my projects, I don't think I wrote them all down and given them a projection for the year. My Once Upon a Fairy Tale, I have signed up for Full Coverage Fanatics 21 in 21. So I'm using the fairy tale one for that, 21,000 stitches in the year 2021. So that's going to get 21,000 stitches or more. Then, Riley's Avengers. I've looked at how much I've got done so far. It's 5.95% and I want to complete 15% on that. Pandemic, it's currently at 15.54 and I've wrote I want 25% on that. I might actually get more than that because I thoroughly enjoy that one when I get it out. Then Kelly's Animal Kingdom is currently at 7.38%, so I've put 20%. I think I can do that. I've tried to sort of make it reachable, not too far. That's better. It's 4 o'clock and the lights are going dim outside. And I'm being stared at from the balcony. The next one, the Munsters, which is mine. It's only currently at 1.17%. And I've wrote 10%. That again, I think I can do more. But I'm trying not to put my goals too far to the point where I'm not going to reach them. Being as I've never done it before, I won't know my limits sort of thing. Yeah, I've never set targets, so we'll see. And then the last one I've set a target for is Felicia. She's currently at 6.28% and I want 15% on her. I think they're all reachable goals. I'm also signed up for Full Coverage Fanatics Stitch Around Iceland. It's got, I haven't brought it over with me. Different destinations, I think, or places to see in Iceland. And how it's worked out is how far it is from the first one to the second one. And you've got to stitch like the mileage or whatever in stitches. But there was 3, it was easy, hard, or super hard or something like that. Anyway, I only went for hard. So each attraction, and there was 2 pages, so it's a whole year event. Fingers crossed I can do it. And then, like I said, the other one is the 21,000 in 2021 on my fairy tale. And there will be obviously the monthly prompts and the weekly prompts, whatever I take part in those months or weeks. I did finish Keegan's blanket, but that was another thing I gave to them before I took a picture. So I've asked him, take a picture of it for me. He said it's wrapped, I can bring it round to you if you like and you can take a picture. And I said either that or you can take a picture yourself when he opens it. My brother was having a bit of a brain moment. So when I get a picture, which should be the 1st or the 2nd, he's with his mum at the moment. He comes back to my brother, I think January 1st. I think, don't quote me on that. But anyway, I will remind him. And hopefully by next weekend, I will have that picture for you of the completed thing. and I will share it with you, of course. Anything else? No, I don't think so. I have started my blanket, but I'm not going to share that with you guys yet. I want to complete the first panel first. It's only a kind of fun thing for me, if that makes sense. It's a blanket, but it's fun. Yeah. Whatever. I'll share it with you when I've got a bit more done. I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas. We had a lovely one, so I hope you guys had the same. I've only got a WIP and chat to do this week, and just in case you don't watch those, have a great new year. Have a safe new year. Take care, as always. Thank you immensely to everyone who has supported my channel for the past my channel has been on for a year. My cross stitch has only been on since January, so thank you to everyone who supported me since my channel started. You guys are amazing. Without you, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be where I am and doing all of this. I wouldn't have so many projects on the go anyway. So yeah, thank you to you guys. A massive, massive thank you. Enjoy your new year, and I will see you. If you don't watch my WIP and chat on Wednesday, I will see you in the new year. Take care, guys. Bye.